So in terms of how can the planning profession address diversity, that's a very difficult question to answer on so many different levels because, from a societal standpoint, there are a lot of factors that, we are struggling with as a country. The fact of the matter is, however, we are a pretty diverse nation, and that is really where our strengths are. We have individuals that come from all over the world who have come and settled on our country or the U.S. because of the opportunity that the U.S. presents itself. The reality is that when individuals come, they realize that it is not a free sort of meal. They have to work. And I put that same sort of overlay on the financial planning profession. It is not a given that you're going to have, diverse individuals show up at your door wanting to kind of get in. It's going to require work. And what I mean by that is, there's diversity and then there's inclusion. And I think what FPA has done is we've helped to shift the conversation from diversity to inclusion to mean that it's not about just taking or having individuals come from the mailroom for a photo op, but it's really looking at how do we integrate, young, talented leaders within our profession who come from various backgrounds. And I think having that discussion means now really going out and seeking out these talented individuals because they're out there and letting them know that they're welcomed and not just assuming they're going to show up and ask for a job, but in fact creating an environment that says you're welcomed and we will take you if you have the talent and the skills and the knowledge. We will take you and we will put you in that leadership track because we see potential in you. And so I think that's one element of really looking at how the financial planning profession can, address this diversity. It's not just assuming they're going to show up. It's really actively going out and recruiting them and then making sure that they have a home or at least a sense of belonging that, that will help them thrive in that new environment. Well, I think that we're a membership organization, and I think, FPA, from an organizational standpoint, has its heart in the right place. I think that as a membership organization, individuals self-select when they join. And so what we have to do is a number of things. One, we have to ensure that an environment, much like the corporate world, if you will, is an environment that welcomes individuals from diverse backgrounds. And when I say an environment, that is our chapters. In some instances, our chapters are the first line of defense. And our success or failure rests upon the environment that the chapters have created in terms of welcoming new individuals into that chapter. And so to the extent that there is a strong network within the chapter, individuals are comfortable within that environment. And I think there's an assumption that when someone shows up, they're going to automatically feel comfortable within that new environment. But we know, irrespective of where someone comes from, going into a new environment can be a little scary. And so I think there are some chapters out there that do an extraordinary job in welcoming new individuals, although I think there might be some chapters out there that might be able to do better. And I think that we have to be conscious in, saying we're going to reach out to you, extend a hand to say welcome. Other things that we can do is we can look at when we host our conferences, are we going out there and expanding the net of the best and brightest who can add value to sort of the topics that are being offered? Individuals who are, successful in their various corporate environments, coming from various backgrounds, I think should look to FPA as a platform to share more information, and we should welcome that. So those are just some things that I think right off the bat that are sort of an easy sort of lift for the organization. But I don't want to take away from what we've done so far. I think FPA has done an extraordinary job in creating diversity committees. I know Ed Jerkson was one of our first past president as well as chair, first co-chair of our diversity committee. I think that there are chapters out there that have benefited as well as individuals who have benefited from the scholarships that we've offered. And so I think we're doing some good things, and it just means that we need to do more. And it's not just us, but all of us in this space collaboratively working to figure out how to address this, pretty difficult topic.